off of this wall, right? And it'll be, say 12 feet tall, okay, or say 12 foot 6 inches tall, all right? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at this point. So I'm going to start by coming off of this wall. And I'm going to go in 7 foot 8 inches. So I'll go in 7 foot 8, and I'll make a mark. And I'm always making the mark on the picture plane, so let me just make a mark so you see it. So there's my 7 foot 8, right? So far so good. Then it's 15 foot 6 in from this side. We'll do the same thing. 15 foot 6 in. Of course it falls right on another point. So I'll make a mark there. Okay. And now this one goes to which measuring point? Goes to this one, right? So I'll take that back out to this baseline, and then from there I'll go to this vanishing point, right? So this would be my line. So that's going to be my line that's 7 foot 8 inches off this back wall. See that? Where's the other one? This one goes to this measuring point. So I go there, through that point, I hit the baseline. From the baseline, wherever that was, okay? From the baseline, I go to that point, to the vanishing point right. That would be that line, right? So that point where they intersect is 15 foot 6 off of this wall, 7 foot 8 off of that wall, right? And then go up, right? So from there, I'm just going to go ahead and draw a line here that just sort of runs wild. I'll just let that line go all the way up, or go up high. So in order to get the 12 foot 6 inch height there, I'll just go to either one of these verticals. I'll go to this one, and I'll measure up 12 foot 6, okay, which is right there. And I'll take that point, and I'll go back to my vanishing point right, and I'll draw a line up here, okay? And then I'll go back down to the baseline where that started, where the 7 foot 8 started, come up here, and I make a mark. It crosses right at that point there, and then I just take this back to this vanishing point, that point, and there's a line that goes back to that vanishing point. You understand? Clear as mud, right? Mm-hmm. So if I just draw it as a plane, that might help. So there's my 7 foot 8 mark, right? I went up 12 foot 6 and went to this vanishing point to give me the end point of that line. Then I took that point and went to this vanishing point until it crossed that line that I drew there that's just running wild, right? So let me get rid of the excess on that. So really, what I ended up with is I ended up with this plane, right, in order to construct that line. Say again? Okay, so that's 12 foot 6 tall, and it's 7 foot 8 and 15 foot 6 off the two planes. Okay? So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your plan and you're going to plot it on here. Locate everything in plan, and even do that in layers. Do you understand? So do your staircase as one drawing. Do your, you know, whatever, cube or whatever as another drawing. Just make sure that you always have the same base plane, the same ceiling plane, that you keep these marks, and keep these marks in each sheet, and then at the end we'll just stack them one on top of the other. Okay? So it's just a little bit more complicated than a one-point perspective, you know, because you have, all right,
like
it's a lot
2 or
more
3 extra steps for each mark.
It's like 8 extra steps for each mark, but I think it's just like the one point. Once you do it for a while, you're going to sort of get a rhythm, and then, you know, it'll be sort of more automatic, all right? So what I'd like everybody to do is first sit down and do one of these as just the grid. Just show me that you can do the grid